Tonight, police are searching for the men they say planned heists at two jewelry stores on opposite sides of the state. In Metro Detroit, they got away with thousands of dollars of watches. But at Meadowar Jewelers in Plainfield Township, police say the owners defended their store by shooting at the would-be robbers, hurting one of them. Now, those store owners likely won't face charges, so we wanted to know, when is it legal to shoot at someone? New tonight, 24 Hour News 8's Tom Hillen spoke with the prosecutor who has had to rule on whether several recent shootings have been justifiable.
Well, that's right, Marley. This can be a very confusing subject area with a lot of gray areas. But the law says if you honestly and reasonably believe that the use of deadly force is necessary to prevent imminent death or great bodily harm to yourself or someone else, you do have the right to protect yourself.
If somebody has wronged you, you don't have a right to shoot them. And some people feel that they can do whatever they want to do. They can't.
In his time with the Calhoun County Prosecutor's Office, David Gilbert has had at least 4 situations where he has had to really investigate to see if the shooting was justifiable.
A party store clerk was being robbed at knife point. He pulled a gun and shot the robber. He believed that the person was posed a danger to him, to his life.
In that case, the robber died and the clerk was cleared in the shooting. Gilbert says he just has to look at the law. Did the clerk use the deadly force in a place where they were legally allowed to be? And did the clerk honestly and reasonably believe the use of deadly force was necessary to prevent great bodily harm or death?
They've got a right to defend themselves. You don't have a right to rob somebody. And if you're robbing somebody, you don't have a right to be secure in your person. You have a right to face justice, and if someone believes that they are about to be killed or injured by you, if you're stupid enough to bring a weapon to a robbery, like most robbers do, well, you should expect what the consequences.
Gilbert says in order to shoot at someone, you don't necessarily have to see a weapon. It's sometimes about what you perceive the danger to be.
The perception is on the victim. What does the victim perceive, and is that perception reasonable?
Meadowars was also robbed back in 2010 by 3 masked gunmen. Those men are still behind bars tonight, but after that incident, the Meadowars said that they were not going to be victims again. So they got guns and training on how to use those guns in a robbery, which they used on yesterday. Again, they are not expected to be charged with any wrongdoing with that, Marley.
And I think that was the key there when you said they didn't just go get the guns, they also got training.
Right. They said they weren't going to be victims again, but also realized that if they were going to get these weapons, that they wanted to make sure they knew how to use them and when to use them, when they would be protected by the law.
It has to be a scary situation for them to be in.
Absolutely.
Twice.
Twice, yeah.
All right. Tom Hillen, thank you for that report. As far as yesterday's attempted robbery at Meadowars, police are still looking for the suspects tonight. Today, police confirmed the same group of masked gunmen hit a high-end jewelry store in Metro Detroit just hours after escaping police in Kent County. Authorities released surveillance photos from both robberies today. At Meadowars, one of the 4 was shot and left a blood trail. Police hope testing will give them DNA, but it's the similarities in both crimes that helped police make the connection.
It appears that Rolexes was the thing that was obviously being attempted to be stolen in our robbery. They were stolen in the West Bloomfield. We have learned that Rolexes are a distribution that is limited. Not everybody can sell Rolex watches.
Right now, there's a loose theory among investigators that there's possibly an organized Rolex thieving gang at work, possibly going back a number of years.